Welcome back everyone to another exciting video on rare US coins, the channel where we explore the hidden treasures in your pocket change and uncover the unbelievable values behind rare coins that most people overlook. Today we have something truly fascinating and potentially life-changing to talk about. Imagine holding just one single penny in your hand, something that normally has a face value of only 1 cent. Now imagine discovering that the same coin could actually be worth over $585,000. That's right, more than $500,000 for just one penny. The coin we are talking about today is the 1997 D Lincoln 1-cent coin, also known as the Denver Mint penny. At first glance, it may look like a completely ordinary coin that you would spend without even thinking twice, but under the right conditions and with the right minting errors, these coins can skyrocket in value and shock even experienced collectors. So why would a 1997 D penny ever be worth $585,328? The answer lies in rarity, minting mistakes, condition, and collector demand. When a coin is struck with a unique error such as a double die obverse, an off-center strike, a clipped planchet, or any number of other minting anomalies, it becomes more than just money. It becomes history frozen in metal. Collectors all over the world are willing to pay staggering amounts to add such a rarity to their collection, but it's not only errors that matter. The condition of the coin is also crucial. Coins are graded on the Sheldon scale, which ranges from poor condition at the bottom all the way to mint state and perfect condition at the top. If you were lucky enough to find a 1997 D penny that has never been in circulation, one that still holds its full mint luster and has been preserved perfectly, the value could jump beyond imagination. Some auction records have proven time and time again that high-grade pennies, especially with errors, can bring in hundreds of thousands of dollars. Now let's take a closer look at the details. The 1997 D penny was produced at the Denver Mint, and millions upon millions were struck. Most of them are worth just face value today. But a small handful have errors so significant and rare that they elevate the coin into a completely different category of numismatic importance. Imagine looking through your spare change and spotting something unusual like a double date, a missing letter in the motto, or even a completely misaligned strike. These details are the kind of things that separate a regular penny from a fortune. Collectors love the Lincoln Cent series because it is one of the most widely collected series in the world. The history of the Lincoln penny goes back to 1909, and ever since then, Americans and collectors worldwide have been fascinated by this humble coin. The 1997 D is a modern example, but because of its minting quirks and errors, it has entered the spotlight of rare coin discussions. Let me share an example. In coin auctions across the country, coins that were never expected to be valuable have shocked the market by selling for record-breaking prices. A single error penny can change the life of the person who finds it. And this is exactly why you should always check your change, your old coin jars, and even those pennies that you think are worthless. Because you never know, the next 1 cent you pick up off the ground could actually be worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. Now I know what you're thinking. How can you tell if your 1997 D penny is one of these rare treasures? The answer is patience and knowledge. You need to examine your coins carefully, preferably under a magnifying glass or a jeweler's loupe. Look for doubling in the letters and numbers, look for unusual edges, missing parts, or anything that looks out of place. If you suspect you have something special, the next step is to send it to a professional coin grading service like PCGS or NGC. Once graded and authenticated, your coin could become a star in the coin collecting world, and remember, rarity always drives value. Just because millions of 1997 D pennies exist does not mean they are all worthless. What matters is finding that one in a million piece with the special traits that make it valuable. That is the thrill of coin collecting, and that is why this hobby is so fascinating. So the big takeaway here is this. The 1997 D penny, in the right condition and with the right rarity, has been valued at an unbelievable $585,328. That's a mind-blowing fact for something as small and simple as a penny. It proves that hidden treasures are all around us, waiting to be discovered by people who pay attention and who know what to look for. Before we wrap this up, let me remind you to always check your change carefully. Never underestimate the power of small coins, because history has shown us that even a 1-cent coin can carry a story and a value beyond imagination. Who knows, the next rare coin might be sitting right there in your wallet, your piggy bank, or that old jar of pennies at the back of your drawer. Thank you for watching Rare US Coins. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about rare coins, hidden treasures, and the unbelievable values of coins you might already own, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring the notification bell so you never miss a video. Share this with your friends and family too, because you never know who might be sitting on a hidden fortune without realizing it. This is Rare US Coins, reminding you to always treasure the small things, because sometimes, the smallest things turn out to be the most valuable. Today, we are going to talk about something truly amazing, a simple 1-cent coin from the year 1997 that has shocked collectors around the world with its unbelievable market value of over $585,000. Yes, you heard that right. A 1997 penny, just 1 cent, worth more than $500,000. Stay with me until the end of this video because I will explain why this coin is so valuable, how you can identify if you have one of these rare pieces in your collection, and how the coin market determines such staggering prices. Plus, I will give you some insider tips on how to safely sell and protect rare coins like this. Story and background of the 1997 1-cent coin. The 1997 Lincoln cent was minted in large numbers, and for most people, it was just another penny in their pocket change. Millions of these coins were produced at both the Philadelphia and Denver mints. At first glance, the 1997 penny looks like any other modern Lincoln cent. It has Abraham Lincoln's portrait on the obverse, the word Liberty on the left, and the date 1997 on the right side. On the reverse, you will see the Lincoln Memorial, which was featured on all cents minted between 1959 and 2008. But here's the exciting part. Among these ordinary coins, a tiny handful were struck with rare errors and unique variations that make them worth an extraordinary fortune today. One such example has been valued in the coin market at around $585,327. Collectors across the world are fascinated by this because the jump in value from 1 cent to over $500,000 is almost unbelievable. Why is this coin so valuable? The value of a coin depends on several factors: rarity, condition, demand, and uniqueness. For the 1997 1-cent coin, a combination of factors makes it so special. Rarity: very few coins with the specific minting error survived. This makes them incredibly hard to find, which naturally drives up their market price. Condition: the higher the grade of the coin, the more valuable it becomes. A penny in pristine mint state condition can fetch astronomical prices at auctions. Collector demand: coin enthusiasts and serious investors are always looking for coins that stand out in history. A 1-cent coin worth over $500,000 is a dream addition to any collection. Error and variety: some of the most valuable 1997 pennies include double die errors, off-center strikes, or unique die varieties that make them completely different from regular coins. When you put all these factors together, you get a coin that is not just money but a true historical artifact. How to identify a rare 1997 penny? Now you might be wondering, how do I know if I have one of these rare pennies in my collection? Here are some tips. Examine the date carefully. Look for doubling effects on the numbers or on the letters such as Liberty and In God We Trust. Check the reverse side of the coin. Some rare varieties show misaligned designs or striking errors on the Lincoln Memorial. Pay attention to the condition. Coins that have been preserved in mint state with no scratches or circulation wear are much more valuable. If you believe you have a rare variety, get your coin professionally graded by a trusted grading service such as PCGS or NGC. Authentication is extremely important when it comes to high-value coins. The market value of $585,327, the headline figure of $585,327, is based on recent coin market data, auction sales, and collector interest. Auctions are the main platform where these coins are sold, and when serious collectors compete, the prices can skyrocket. A simple penny can transform into a life-changing asset. Imagine finding one of these coins in your pocket change or inside an old jar of coins at home. It would feel like winning the lottery. Tips for collectors: if you are serious about coin collecting, here are a few tips to keep in mind. Always handle coins carefully. Use cotton gloves if possible to avoid damaging the surface. Store your rare coins in protective holders or albums to prevent scratches, moisture, or environmental damage. Research before buying or selling. Know the market value, and do not rush into quick deals. Work with reputable dealers and auction houses. Scammers often try to take advantage of rare coin discoveries. Conclusion and call to action. So there you have it. A 1997 1-cent coin that looks just like an ordinary penny but could be worth a staggering $585,327 in today's market. This is the beauty of coin collecting. History, rarity, and hidden value all wrapped into a small piece of metal that most people overlook. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about rare coins that could be sitting right under your nose, make sure to subscribe to Rare US Coins. Hit the like button, share this video with your friends, and let me know in the comments if you have ever come across a strange or unusual penny in your own collection. Thank you for watching Rare US Coins, where every coin tells a story and sometimes that story can be worth a fortune. Until next time, keep searching, keep collecting, and who knows, maybe the next big discovery will be in your hands. Today's episode is going to be one of the most exciting we have ever done because we are talking about a coin that looks so ordinary, yet it carries an unbelievable story. This coin is none other than the 2005 D. Lincoln 1-cent coin, and believe it or not, some of these have been valued in the market at an astonishing $585,326. Yes, you heard that correctly, over $500,000 for a single 1-cent coin. Now let's dive into the details, because I know you must be wondering how on earth a penny minted in 2005, a coin that you might still find in your pocket change today, could possibly be worth more than the price of a luxury car, a dream vacation, or even a house in some places. The answer lies in rarity, condition, mint errors, and the fascinating world of coin collectors who are willing to pay staggering amounts for coins with unique characteristics. First, let us talk about the 2005 D. Lincoln cent itself. The D in the name stands for Denver Mint, one of the main facilities of the United States Mint. In 2005, millions and millions of these pennies were struck in Denver. For most of them, their value is simply 1 cent, maybe a little more if they are in uncirculated condition. But every once in a while, something extraordinary happens during the minting process. Maybe the die that strikes the coin has a small defect. Maybe the coin gets struck twice. Maybe the planchet, which is the blank metal disc used to make coins, is off-center or made from the wrong material. When these things happen, we get what collectors call mint errors, and mint error coins are some of the most sought-after treasures in numismatics. The 2005 D penny has been known to show some incredible varieties and errors that can push its value from a humble 1 cent all the way up into the hundreds, thousands, and in some extraordinary cases, hundreds of thousands of dollars. Imagine holding a coin in your hand that looks like every other penny in circulation, but because of one tiny difference, because of one unusual detail, it becomes a jackpot for collectors. That is what makes the world of coin hunting so exciting. Now let's discuss what kinds of things make a 2005 D penny worth such a massive fortune. The biggest factor is a rare combination of error and condition. If a coin was struck with a double die, for example, meaning the design elements on the coin appear doubled because of a misalignment during the minting process, then collectors will pay big money. The same goes for coins with repunched mint marks, off-center strikes, broad strikes, or coins made on the wrong metal planchet. Another factor is grading. Coins are graded on a scale that ranges from very poor to perfect mint state, and a coin in pristine condition with a rare error can fetch astronomical sums at auctions. The record-breaking examples of 2005 D pennies that reached values of more than $585,000 are usually those that combine these factors perfectly. They are flawless, they have extremely rare errors, and they have a demand among collectors who are willing to bid sky high to own such a unique piece of history. So the next time you have some spare change in your pocket, take a moment to look closely at those pennies. Especially the ones from 2005 with the Denver Mint mark. Get yourself a magnifying glass or a jeweler's loupe, and check for things like doubled letters, misaligned designs, or anything unusual about the strike. You might just discover that you are holding onto a coin worth thousands, or maybe even one worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. This is why coin collecting is such a fascinating hobby. It transforms ordinary change into hidden treasures. And it is not just about the money, though the market value of a coin like this is jaw-dropping. It is also about history, about owning something unique, something that represents a small but powerful piece of America's story. Here at Rare US Coins, we believe that every collector, whether beginner or expert, has the chance to discover something amazing. The 2005 D penny is a perfect example of why you should never underestimate a coin. To most people, it is just a penny. But to the right collector, it is a golden opportunity. So if you enjoyed learning about this incredible 1-cent coin with a potential market value of $585,326, make sure to give this video a big thumbs up. Subscribe to Rare US Coins if you have not already, and hit that notification bell so you never miss an update on the latest discoveries, rare finds, and exciting stories from the world of coin collecting. Before we wrap up, I want to encourage all of you to check your collections, your piggy banks, and even your everyday pocket change. Who knows, maybe your next trip to the grocery store could bring you back a penny that changes your life forever. Thank you for watching Rare US Coins. Stay curious, keep collecting, and remember that even the smallest coin can hold the biggest surprise.